Well done. Well done. Power rankings presented by Google Pixel, and the Vikings have lost some of their juice. They are not 12. I did drop them to number 8, though. I probably should have dropped them lower. The Chiefs are number 1. I can't remember whether they were number 1. They probably were at some point. It was the Bills and it was the Eagles. Maybe the Chiefs hadn't been number 1 all year, but they are number 1 now. They get back up there. The Eagles at 2. Cowboys jump to 3. Dolphins go up to 4 without even playing. So I'm still waiting for Tuanon to find a way to complain about that one. The Bills jump 4 spots, getting their win. Ravens hold steady. Niners up 3. Vikings at number 8, falling 7 spots after getting blown out. I was thinking about putting them lower, Chris, but I didn't know how much lower I could put them because they are still 8-2.
Yeah, that's right.
They're still 8-2.
8-2. I don't know. Had some impressive wins. We know that. I mean, again, yeah, you look at them compared to the Giants. I'd take Minnesota there. I understand your thought process there. You know, ahead of the Patriots right now. You can't drop them too far. I get you there. I mean, again, there's still too many good things about them and what they've done this year. And yeah, it hasn't been dominant, but they find ways to win. You know, but let me ask you this, just at the top. You know, how long did you think about that one? As far as just like who's number 1? I'm with you. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the game right now. You take just the last few weeks, but did you give some thought of still making the Eagles 1?
No, because and this is the old college football poll mentality. The Chiefs were number 2 and the Eagles were number 3. And the Chiefs beat the Chargers in impressive fashion. Not that it was a blowout, but the Chargers are a pretty good team. The Colts gave the Eagles more than the Eagles could handle almost, and the Eagles had to pull a rabbit out of the hat to win that game. So I was comfortable just moving everybody up a spot and not jumping the Chiefs with the Eagles. So we'll see. There could be a week where, if the Chiefs struggle with the Rams on Sunday, the Rams 14.5-point underdogs, and I feel like it should be more than that. If they would struggle with the Rams with Bryce Perkins or John Wolford at quarterback, and the Eagles look really good on Sunday night against the Packers, then maybe they could jump them. But for now, Chiefs are number 1. And I really do think that the Chiefs are the best overall team right now in football. I think they would probably, if neutral site matchup with any other team, I'd pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, for sure. Any other, tough ones there in the top 10 to you that, you kind of went back and forth with there as far as, the rankings? I got one that I do want to pick your brain about, but I just wanted to kind of hear your thought there if there was one that you kind of went back and forth with.
Bills and Ravens, I struggled until I remembered that the Bills beat the Ravens, so that made it easy.
Yeah.
That's because that's always the first line of defense, no matter when it. I'm surprised people don't say, well, last season, we haven't played this season, but last season the Bills beat the Ravens. That should count. I mean, we haven't gotten that argument yet, but people are very obsessed with X beat Y, so X must always be ahead of Y, even if their records aren't the same. So that was one that I paused with. And, I probably, now, if we're doing it as a predictive tool, and it's not a predictive tool. If it's a truly predictive tool, the 49ers are higher than number 7. If it is a tool of figuring out who they would beat and who they would lose to, the 49ers would be number 2 or number 3.
Well, that's where I don't understand. So why don't you make it that way? Why don't you make it that way if that's what you believe?
Because it's not a crystal ball. It's not a crystal ball. It's a snapshot. It's a combination of what's happened and what may happen, but it's where we are right now.
Okay.
It is a cross-section. It's right now. It's not saying, if I'm picking the teams I think that are most likely to win the Super Bowl, it's Chiefs then 49ers. But if I was doing that right now it would be Chiefs and 49ers. But I know that 2 months from now everything's going to be different. So yeah. It's the assessment of where everyone is right now based upon what they've done to date. And there's no formula for it. There's no mathematical model. It's all pasta and meatballs.
All right. Well, I got one bone to pick with you for sure. I got one bone. And I hope this guy picks the bone with you and comes and physically threatens you one day. How dare you disrespect the Tennessee Titans the way you are? Yeah. I'm going to get Vrabel to come up there to West Virginia and abuse you before you turn 60, because that's what we need to happen there. I cannot believe you're making the 7-3 Titans – the 7-3 Titans, the number 1 seed from last year, the number 12 team in your power rankings. And let me just say this, too, on top of it. First off, That was a very impressive win last week up in Green Bay. I know Green Bay's not great, but it's still not easy to go up there and win. And have you ever seen a quarterback play better in a big game and then nobody talk about it more than Ryan Tannehill? It's almost hilarious. He makes unbelievable throws the whole game. I mean, every throw he made was like, whoa, perfect post route. Whoa, perfect ball where the guy is like 3 inches from it. And the next day we just start out and go, well, the Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry ran for 50 yards on 47 carries. Like, nobody talks about Ryan Tannehill. He's constantly disrespected that way, and Tennessee's a little disrespected as well, as according to your rankings.
Well, they're disrespected by the betting lines every week, including this week. They're home underdogs again against a team with an inferior record, which is just stunning to me. Who would you put them in front of? I know we got to take a break, but who would you put them in front of? I'm looking right at it. Where would you put them in front? I mean, I can't drop the Seahawks when they didn't play. I hate dropping a team when they didn't play. So they're stuck at 11.
Well, I would put them
where
in
do you
front
put them? Do you put them ahead of the Giants? The Giants beat them.
Okay, that was 9 years ago. Who gives a crap about week 1? I mean, the teams have changed. You know, that doesn't mean anything. I would definitely put them in front of the Giants. I would. I'd probably put them in front of your damn Vikings,
Courtney's
too.
saying we got to go.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next Tuesday. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more PFT Live right after this. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.